is a day that my Father has made. I will rejoice. Jah, I thank you for this morning. Oh, it's a brand new day. Little bird, they thanking as they sing. So let's all get down and pray.
Greetings, Teach and the Prof fans. Welcome to another episode. Yours truly, Teach Carito, and my esteemed host, Ian Prof. Prof Ian. Wagwan, Prof.
Yeah, I know. Welcome, subscribers, to another episode of Teach and the Prof. I hope you sit back, relax, and enjoy what we have in store for you.
Indeed.
I heard that Jamaica, the U.S. government donated over 600,000 Pfizer vaccine to the country, and they received the first shipment today.
No,
200.
More like yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
208,000.
Yeah, and the purpose, Pfizer is the only approved vaccine for kids.
For kids.
So people...
For kids 12 age and up.
12 age and up. Up to about 18? Everybody can take it from 12 to up, right?
Yeah.
And Pfizer is the safest one for people with some underlying issue I'm hearing too, like illness.
Oh, okay.
Doctor unsure if you're safe to take vaccine. Pfizer is the only one that they will chance it with. So.
Oh, I didn't know that part. Okay.
I'm here. There was a doctor, Professor Figaro, was on the air.
Yeah.
Yes, some time ago, and nationwide, and people were calling him some question, and that was one of the answer to the question. You know, suppose you have especially something to do with your immune system. If you have already have compromised immune system, Pfizer would be the one that would be more appropriate.
Oh, okay.
So, I guess the probably AIDS patients. He never mentioned AIDS, but may I stretch it to AIDS because the immune system.
Yeah.
But the one that specifically mentioned was the cancer people under treatment.
Oh.
Like, radiation therapy and something. The immune system would have been compromised. And
yeah.
to your doctor, and your doctor would know your condition and would have recommended appropriate timing.
Right.
Make sure that you come off of the radiation treatment and give it a time, build up back your immune system a little before you implement them. And it's in implementation of a vaccine, Pfizer would be the milder one to take.
Okay.
So, plus, Pfizer is here, so we're all target the younger generation. And we have to vaccinate teenagers to 12-year-old if we want to achieve the 65% herd immunity. Adults don't achieve the 65%.
And also have face-to-face classes, I guess.
Yeah. There's a report that teachers are taking it because when I took mine, there was a teacher there. The conversation happened to talk about teachers and them unreasonableness in the whole system, you know. And she's saying that she never want to take it. But she have to go take it and she didn't want it, the Pfizer. No, when she talk about Pfizer never landed it.
Right.
And why the government no want, why AstraZeneca alone? You know, so the bashing of AstraZeneca was out there. So because of that, she was anti-vaccine, but she was more anti-AstraZeneca than anti-vaccine in general. So she herself said, if she didn't get a choice, she would have taken it. But somebody said, Pfizer is not here. Mom, listen to me. I don't know who you're talking to. Pfizer is not here. No, people. at 2 weeks or 3 weeks now, me take my vaccination. And at that time, me attack the Pfizer come yesterday, brother. And the woman that tell me, say, the government wicked because it no want the people take the Pfizer. I say, no, the Pfizer is promised. They say, you know what? You have a cell phone. Go read the man and start listening to people.
So apparently Jamaica is not making Pfizer vaccine. Jamaica, by the way, is relying on donations.
Donations, because you can't even buy, even if you have the money. But tell her, say, even if you have the money, I told her that the budget was reconfigured to find money to buy vaccination. I don't think we spend 1 cent out of that money yet because there's not it's not on sale.
Not on sale.
Not on sale. Miss, you're educated. It is not on sale. Stop telling people that the government is refusing to buy. Why would the government refuse to buy vaccine if them pro-vaccination? That makes sense? That don't make sense. They say, yes, them have the money. Yes, me yes, them have the money. And you don't want to spend the money. He want to put the money in place, but he don't want to spend it. I say, all right, name one country where make the vaccination available, the vaccine available, and refuse to buy it. I get that. I stop that. I don't know if you can that. Let's see if you can name one country that made it available to us and refused to take it up in purchase. It not exists. Stop listening to people.
Because I think, is it the WHO have some program where they're getting vaccine for countries?
Yeah.
Not afford and
program didn't well because WHO is still relying on people to make it available. So all of them have a deal, except for instance Canada. Canada also is on it. And Canada get theirs. But Canada have them money. Canada have them big money and not get them vaccinated. But Canada also on the WHO thing with Jamaica.
And COVID got vaccine and Canada got vaccine from the US.
Yeah. But although that them still take it from WHO. And people say, why? Canada said them no busy with nobody and nobody not tell me nothing.
They must vaccinate for them people.
So they're not business if them over the stock and you not have none. People are saying, why not Canada free up since you get vaccination from US? Don't bother touch the WHO portion that it can't have more for the people who don't have that link to US. Him say no.
So they must stockpile something that has an expiration date.
And Canada has not. I'm going to ask the teacher, if you hear Canada giving no vaccination, that means that them dump them to spoil one them.
I have not read anywhere where they have donated.
So thank God for India now. And in association with UK now. That's how we get vaccine AstraZeneca now. And thank God say the rest of the world who don't use AstraZeneca was giving AstraZeneca a bad rap. And that was politics. A lot of it was politics. Thank God for that politics because it make AstraZeneca more available to other smaller countries because the bigger countries never want to take it on. So here we are. We're there about the last time I checked, we're there about that percentage wise. We're supposed to say 20%, 20%, I got 30%, And I can tell you, since we're on the ground in Jamaica, the vaccination centers are being utilized. Numbers are there.
Yeah, and they have mobile. Don't they have mobile too as well? Mobile sites?
Mobile for companies. They mostly use for company and community. But them have stationary, all the health clinics have particular date. Nearest health clinic to me is St. Diego. That is the one right beside the Spanish Hospital. They operate mostly Thursday, Friday. St. Joseph Hospital operate every day. The arena operate on particular days when announced by the government.
Mm-hmm.
But the health centers across the island are in operation at least 2 or 3 times a week. The reason for that is because of the quantity of vaccination. If we did overstock, we could have do this thing every day, 7 days a week. But you have to deplete the amount and get some more from the ministry and do again. And, because storage is another thing, And the Pfizer Pfizer was a problem with the storage, that every country can manage the storage because the degree of it's more delicate, and
Yes.
the refrigeration have to be of a certain low at a certain degree.
Certain degree, yeah. Which is why AstraZeneca is much more pliable or better for Africa in Asia and the Caribbean countries.
I
So
design that way because everybody couldn't design the world the same way because every country don't have the same privilege in terms of facilitating these delicate vaccines. So you have to have more rigorous one that can take the less refrigeration, the storage capacity is less sensitive, and there's a lot of things behind it, and a lot of truth are not being projected and not being promoted, and people prefer promote foolishness than give the people the truth and let them decide. Just give the people the facts and let them decide.
right. So I was looking for a program. It's called COVAX.
Yes, the COVAX. We have members. We receive after. We receive after COVAX, but the COVAX would have been handled better by WHO. But I guess if you don't get the production to distribute, you can't distribute.
And I'm looking at countries who have donated, and Canada is definitely not on this list. You have the US, Japan, the European Union, the UK, Germany, France, Italy, and Sweden.
And if you take a closer look at US would have been very recent come on board.
I mean, they're actually leading.
Not about timeline, not when them started.
No, it doesn't say, but I know the USA started late.
They started late, but when them start in great quantity.
Right.
But them start it because the amount we get through US right now, and what is promised, if them fulfill the promise, them go surpass as AstraZeneca and the Indian source, quick. You understand me? But my problem with US, them came on board late.
Right.
But Canada not come through the gate.
No.
I'm disappointed with Canada because I thought that by nature the people were more
giving.
Yes.
We see Canadian as being more friendly, more giving people.
Understand.
Not as aggressive as Americans.
And they're not supposed to be selfish like America.
Right.
But I don't know if the Prime Minister represents the people in this case because of indecision. I'm very disappointed. He would have preferred that these vaccinations are expired than to donate them. That's not nice. In a global crisis.
Yeah, we have to look out for each other now.
But if I should predict if the outcome of this lockdown would be successful or not, yes, they'll have some measure of success. However, the best thing that we can do is to put up a public campaign of how we should, operate ourselves on a daily basis. Get the people in the communities. Get them get the government and the Ministry of Health, the health workers the social workers in the community, the MPs in the community, the councillors in the community. What the communities? Encourage them, talk to them on a day-to-day. 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the night, the most time when people are about, I want to see the change in our attitude during those free time. Lockdown time, I know I'm on the road. I know I'm on the road in curfew.
Right.
A lot of people not on the road.
But you know what I want to mention to you? What I don't understand is Are you correct me if I'm wrong? Because you're in Jamaica, I'm not. What is the private sector? What has the private sector done to help? And the reason I ask this question is because, from what I've heard, right? If you leave your house, say you have an errand to run, right? Because I know we had a conversation the other day. Say you have an errand to run, right? And you run into your house, jump in the car, or you jump into a taxi, whatever it is, and you go to the supermarket or to the bank, and then you realize, oh crap, I left my mask. As far as it's my understanding, that your only alternative is to one go buy a mask, but then you still need a mask to enter the pharmacy to buy a mask, right? So then your next option is to go home and get a mask. Or if you are a thinker like myself, you would put a box of masks in your car, right? But what I don't understand is why isn't the private sector handing out masks in your establishment? You go to the bank, you leave your mask, someone hands you a mask. It happens here.
Yeah. I get you now. In the mask thing, specifically with the private sector, what I've never been to any private establishment or public establishment that hands out masks, and I've been to a couple.
And I've asked the same question of others, and there isn't any, they're not doing that.
No. However, so Jamaicans are hustlers already. So what I saw people doing now in the market, they're selling masks. So if you come to the car and say no mask, right at the gate, the entrance to the Coronation Market, people selling masks. At every plaza, you can go to somebody. While you can't go inside a pharmacy or inside a gas station to buy the mask, you have to have a mask to enter.
Right.
You can find somebody outside that to sell you a mask in the plaza. So people make money by selling masks because they know the people are forget. I had the experience of going to a gas station. The gas station never have nobody on the outside. And I asked the security guard to purchase and give her the money. She had on a mask and she was at the door taking temperature and sanitizing you.
Yeah.
And said, Jesus, peace, I like my mask. This is before me do the wise thing and start stack the car with mask.
Yeah.
And I was wearing personalized mask, not the
disposable.
Yeah. So I should go, we stay outside, I should purchase it. I get another plastic bag, a single one, disposable. I wear it. She was kind to help me out.
Yeah,
the alternative to that is to go somewhere else to sell it on the outside or go home.
Right. Now, I had a point to make and I lost my train of thought. Alzheimer.
Let me know when I catch it, so keep it. Can't afford it.
Oh, I remembered now. Because so people are selling masks on the street, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is the police still enforcing mask wearing? Are they still arresting people for not wearing masks?
The reports of arrests has diminished. But by observation, it has when they ramped up the arrests, it caused people to wear it. Probably not appropriately, but them wear it somewhere. So if they spot the police, they probably join it up. And going inside that building, they will join it up. But if they're walking on the road, they kind of relax it.
I saw a video of a lady, a church lady, tall lady, slim lady. She was wearing a mask. They had the truck there. And she was rebuking and fighting a policeman from arresting her. I was like, they're still doing that? I mean, I think they should. But you mentioned that people are selling masks. So What is your excuse for not having a mask?
The same group of people, we have pocket of people are anti-mask because them favorite entertainers said don't wear no mask. You understand me?
Yep.
So you have people who buy it wholly and solely. I've spoken to person who have never worn a mask since last year. Never.
Never?
Never.
So how do these people transact business?
You see, thank God for online banking, save enough of them.
Online grocery, Jamaica online grocery shopping, I guess, right?
Them have woman who go do them shopping, but them not wear none.
Okay.
So them not gonna wear for wear none.
Okay.
You understand me?
Okay.
So me I look on him and when I took my shot, man said, boy, you're a puppet. You're a government puppet.
I hate people like that. Is this man a subscriber?
Huh? No. I highly doubt it, no.
Okay, because I had a message for him.
No, but you know, you might go ahead with the message because you might also have somebody that here that thinks like what he thinks. And I've never told him that in after wear a mask. We don't speak general, but we not direct it at him. And I've never told him that after vaccinate, we just tell him why me vaccinate. I mean, I just get up and vaccinate from the first zone of government. No, I do my research. The key thing, me research the researcher, because most of the people have agenda. You know, why the person, who's this person before COVID, and you find out that a lot of people are anti-vaccination before even COVID. It's COVID, them idea in COVID, but it's not COVID that them problem. Because they were the same person who were spreading rumors about vaccination and autism and making a lot of misinformation about autism connection to COVID. They are the same people.
So they're against vaccination. However, I'm sure they were vaccinated as kids.
Yeah.
You wouldn't
So
be able to attend school.
One of my debate was mandatory vaccination. Someone said, it new. Of course it new. I said, it new. When I went to primary school back then in the 70s. See my mark there, lift up your shirt, you will have your mark. You're not going to lift up your shirt because you're a hypocrite. And somebody with him, you know.
Yeah.
He said you're a hypocrite to the conversation. So yeah, somebody know what I'm smart. But we know somebody who go through schooling and never. So that person is not the average person. That person falls through the crack. The system,
Right.
It's not that the system never requires that it's mandatory for all students to be vaccinated to
They
enter.
had to be vaccinated. We all had to have polio vaccination. Mumps, measles, rubella.
Yeah, it was that is mandatory. So the person who take it is a person who fall through the crack. They are the minority. They talk about point something, 0 point something in the minority.
Minuscule.
Don't use them. Everybody will fall through the crack. Every system will have a people who don't adhere to it and fall through the crack. But that doesn't mean that it was a mandatory. So what we're talking about at the first government, no, they said we get rid of polio because it was mandatory to have the polio jobs.
Right.
We never get because it was a choice.
And we're able to control mumps, measles, and rubella because of that.
Simple.
So this is what happened, right? So mumps, measles, and rubella is an old disease, right?
Yeah.
However, last year, the year before, we had a huge outbreak in New York and part of New Jersey because there are Jewish parents who are against vaccination, and so the kids weren't vaccinated, right? So a lot of kids got sick. The schools had to be closed down, and so they're told that if the kids aren't vaccinated, they cannot attend school.
So the relaxed rules were tightened.
Yes. So so you know those parents actually send the kids to a Jewish school.
Oh, take them out of the system. Mm-hmm.
And those are the same people who, well, certain sect of the Jewish population. I think there might be, I don't want to call the wrong name, the wrong group, but they're also against wearing masks and vaccination as well. Yet, they're the ones who are having these huge wedding party, 500 people crammed into they call it a dance hall space or a warehouse, but yet they don't vaccinate. They're not wearing masks.
And that's the same thing that I mentioned earlier. If you don't believe in the vaccination, believe in COVID. And if you believe in COVID, just take the precautions. Believe in the because the Jews could not say that they don't believe in vaccination. But at least be responsible now.
You're gonna send
be responsible.
You're gonna send your child to mingle.
until get back to my thought, until death come at some of the tourism that are most vocal, God forbid, the sentiments now gonna change.
No.
And it's sad that you can see your neighbor and still feel say it can't happen to you.
You have read it, you have seen it, you have been online, you have heard people who say,
propaganda that all the way I talk about the propaganda.
I know someone who had COVID twice.
Like a scatter barrel, when it up to them like a scatter barrel, and them are going to testify and say them lose a child, them lose a mother. And some community lose parents and don't follow protocol. I get a phone call, I'm probably tell her this already, that somebody I know nearby me here, not in no immediate company, on the outskirts.
Yeah.
Father died. So we get the phone call, and I just drive the vehicle now, around the yard. We never plan to come out, just plan to heal up and send back condolence, through the vehicle. But when we observe, brother, the gathering, nobody wearing a mask. Imagine somebody dead in the house.
And a COVID him and dead from.
Well, I know. And the wife is in the house suffering from COVID. And everybody else still not wearing masks. We just heal up and cut faster than women. So not even when it reaches your doorstep sometime in a ring a bell.
Holy crap.
Sad to say, because I say the same thing and then I just remember say, I see that people don't say and then I respond to it.
A lot of people realize that you can't catch COVID twice.
I hear about the South Korean woman was confirmed twice from last year.
Me know somebody personally had COVID in April, May last year. Almost died. Right? Everybody in the house was fine. She was the only one sick. She got it from her job. She works at a hospital. Right? I told this story. Right? She caught COVID again in March or April of this year.
What anniversary?
And this time, the entire family had COVID. Even our parents who live across the street.
Maybe it's Delta this time.
Possible. Her father had to be hospitalized. Her brother-in-law, which is younger than I am, so he's not yet 50, right? He had to be hospitalized. She caught COVID 2 times. And the first time really did a number on her. She's forgetting things. She's not herself.
And she never get vaccinated months after the first episode of COVID.
I don't know. Well, you know, the vaccine was available this year, right? So I don't know if she. I must find out if she ever got vaccinated. If
And maybe she thought that she was good.
she probably thought she built up antibody and didn't need a vaccine. That's what I don't think she got vaccinated at all. So twice. Thank God she's still alive.
I'm wishing for myself that I don't have no underlying illness. Yeah. But still I want to get it. I'm in another salt. So I hope that I get the second jab, you know.
Listen, we've heard of healthy people who have no underlying issue who have died from COVID.
Yeah.
Up to today, Sammy was telling me about a schoolmate. Right, he's approaching 50, but apparently he's healthy.
He died?
Actually, he got the vaccine, and then a few days after he died from a heart attack. So they don't know what caused a heart attack, if it's a vaccine or not. But the person was saying he's healthy, he exercises a lot. He had no underlying issues. That's what they are saying. And this is not the family saying it. This is just another individual saying it, you know.
Yeah, well, we can't tell you what other individuals say, contrary to what family say and what doctor say. Michael Sharp.
Right.
Michael Sharp took his first jab and got ill shortly after. And people say at the job sick him. But Michael Sharp got COVID because people refuse to believe that one job never protect you, can't protect you from COVID. And when he died, people say, see there, it killed him. No, he died from COVID because he wasn't protected with the one job. The one job never had to do with the illness.
It wasn't fully protected.
But people who love him are people who love to spread negative and lies. Use the situation as an example to say the vaccine not ready. And his family had to come out eventually. No, he caught COVID because it wasn't protected. Despite just seeing public on TV, I tell the one job, still never protect him. Catch COVID because I'm out there doing the journalism work. And he died from COVID complication. Had nothing to do with the vaccine.
Yeah, and this guy, I don't know which vaccine he got. I don't know if he had both jabs, you know? I don't know.
And you know, a lot of people work on with one job. They know, sir. You know, a lot of people work on with one job.
Yes, man.
And not like myself, who's awaiting their second. I talk about them not interested in the second one.
And then one job protect them.
Some of them change their mind. Some of them can't bother. You know, them take them first job and then people get to them head and them say them nah bother take the second. And
man, so you're idiot, you're a guinea pig. Wrong to take jobs. It's all right, you know, man. How about the next one?
You know which public figure them attack now? Cecile. Bad girl Cecile.
You're attacking Cecile?
Cecile come publicly on social media and said she take her job. And she went a little bit further.
What she
Cecile said she not entertain nobody in her house who not take vaccination. Nobody.
And that's all right.
Yo, you sell out, and you eat it, and you this, and you that. I mean, I read the comments them, and them a bun her out, so she get paid. Somebody said pay the government pay her to do to come out and say what she said.
So then they pay have ding dong too.
And Bounty Killer.
And Bounty.
Bounty was the first one, and them do Bounty bad,
Yes, remember. But I didn't hear about the Cecile incident. But listen.
Probably Cecile one is as young as today or yesterday.
Listen. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, so all right, my wife. She have a cousin live in Jamaica, right? He visited the United States recently. Maybe a month and a half ago, right? And he wanted to come look for his aunt, which is my wife's mother. And she lives with me. Right? And they know if you come into my house, you wear a mask. Alright? I mean, I say if you get vaccinated, right? But you have to wear a mask. So, them tell him that. You don't know about the humanity.
I refuse to wear a mask in truth.
We show him how to wear a mask to go up on the plane, to go to the airport, to come out of.
Yeah. But so the same respect. So that means that he do the things because he don't have a choice. But where I'm thinking should have a choice is at his family house. So him not really believing in the process.
Right.
He wanna do it because he was told to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, man, but I mean, I don't care. Guys don't family of mine.
Yeah. But it's sad to know that a lot of people exist that way, that even wearing masks every day. They're wearing the mask, but they're not believing that. Yeah.
You haven't seen your aunt in years? And you make a mask. You wear a mask. Prevent you from visiting her?
Well, my mother tell me say I can't come out house, I'm not vaccinated.
Who?
My mother.
And then your mother said that.
And I one visit every year, and I missed last year. And she said, okay, I want you to come every day. She want me to come, but I said, man, do the right thing. Because I can't afford you to come through the airport and I put a bag of things, so you need to protect yourself beyond face mask because you can't social distance on plane at airport. So, me just say, I gotta avoid traveling until this thing come under control to protect my mother.
It is very nerve-wracking because you have no choice. You cannot social distance. You don't know what's beside you. Brethren, when I was coming back, I had a guy sitting right next to me, right? So him and a girlfriend, so him come to an amical beside man.
Him know why beside his girlfriend.
But I'm in the aisle. Him son and amical, girlfriend at the window. I'm son at the window. You know why? The man has stop cough. The man put on one whole piece of coffee. I say, what? That's what the blood. I said, I want to be there, man. But don't show me. Even though I'm fully vaccinated, I say, yo, why am I forget the guy have come so beside me now?
And you done nervous already.
I don't know. And to make it worse, my father sit down in the seat next to me. So him son in the other aisle seat. Right? So there's so we both have aisle seat. the person sitting next to him, a lady, okay, she cough too. What you tell my father say? Come father say, alright. What you tell she have seasonal asthma? Who the fuck have seasonal asthma? There's no seasonal asthma.
I don't have asthma.
But you either have asthma or you don't. So my father say, and my father have asthma. My father said, I don't know fuck shit that one when they're seasonal.
Your father out of season. Your father out in season.
So we were both on edge. I could not wait to get off that goddamn plane. The man cough, in try to sleep, curl up on his girlfriend.
Which one I took that from New York to Florida, from Florida to New York.
From Florida to New York. Remember, so from New York to Florida, girl, hug up the window. That's just so.
I can't run her.
You cute. I couldn't even see. I don't know if it was day or night outside. She just.
She turned her back on COVID.
Virgin, I could not. I would not be able to point that girl out in a lineup because I don't know what she look like at all. You know, she ever drink nothing, she ever eat nothing, she ever do nothing. She don't watch a TV, nothing. She just in the corner. We say, okay.
You never say, she probably sanitize the corner before you.
No, man, she wipe down, man. She wipe down. Come on, wipe. You know, she do all of that, man. And the thing is, you know, the window, you don't know what's on the window. Because I was reading something, they're saying the window, the tray table, touching the handle in the bathroom to flush the toilet, that's a no-no. Touching the handle for water, wash your hands, the door, no. Me pee before I board the plane. I'm a pee. Why am I coming for a plane? Me not get up. I'm gonna bring my water. Me not take nothing from the air hostess. My father ain't get up about 500 times up this. But you know, I wasn't gonna use it, the lav on the plane.
You just say like a prayer fee when every time you get up, you just say like a prayer fee.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So when you go to Jamaica, do you still have to quarantine?
I hear zero about
I haven't heard anything.
No, after community spreading, them drop some of the protocol. It's hard to control. So after we reach community spreading thing, a lot of the things them get dropped. You never necessarily get, we can't contain it again. That doesn't make sense.
Because I haven't heard it.
You leave up to the individual now for those.
Be responsible.
Yeah.
Because I've heard anything about even the app that I had.
The app, no. Contact tracing don't make no sense neither. None of them something that make no sense again when it reach that level. Because you don't know where to come from again. That come from anybody and everybody. So a lot of those measures are outdated.
Okay. Yeah, because I didn't hear anything at all. So
when somebody said them have COVID outbreak and you say, who you talk to, who you this, who you that, and you can't, it don't make no sense. You don't know where you get it from. So you can't trace it. So it's incumbent on us to just be responsible, every individual, and if you are responsible for a minor or the elderly, you also have to, follow the protocol and, make sure that they follow the protocol as best as possible.
Well, I'm on a website right now. It says traveloff.visitjamaica.com. Welcome to the application platform to obtain a travel authorization for Jamaica. The sole use of the information collected here to assess the health risk of all persons intending to travel to Jamaica and to auto-populate portions of the immigration and custom declaration to enhance the process of your arrival. So it says, do you live in Jamaica? I'm going to say no. So it says important all travelers who are 12 years of age or over will be required to present a COVID-19 PCR or antigen test that has been authorized by the United States Food and Drug Administration under an emergency use authorization or meets the standard of the World Health Organization to the airline representative at check-in. The date of the test samples collected, is this old? Collected must be less than 3 days from the date of travel. I wonder if this is old though.
I know the one you still have to take test to leave. Maybe it's still in effect for you to come, but I know that the app to track you, you're aware about that. I not hear nothing about that.
Oh, okay. But this doesn't even mention anything about being fully vaccinated.
No, this was before, but this created before vaccination.
I think it is, yeah. Yes, it keeps talking about test. Yeah, this look like it's old information.
A long time in the year, the Minister of Tourism, Edmund Bartlett, speaks about the protocol for travelers, for visitors.
I should ask my sister. She was in Jamaica when I was in Florida. That was 2 weeks ago? 2 or 3 weeks ago? Around that time? Yeah, I'm gonna ask her.
But at least I thought that traveling would have been hurt longer than it was. It takes a lot of bravery for people to still use the airport. And I'm kind of surprised that a lot of people are that brave to travel.
Remember, there are people out there who still don't, there are people out there who still don't believe in COVID. Not just Jamaicans.
So they must go about their business same way.
They go on their business same way. There are people who still want to go on vacation, no matter what.
With just our ship, we had a ship early this week, a carnival, and there are some test procedures, like protocols. It's not open for the visitor to visit everywhere as usual.
Yeah.
They kind of limit where they can go, and it causes a problem because Mystic Mountain and something like that. Some of those few places, and the government is saying that they are just using places that they're sure that are going to follow the protocol. And if that works, it will take time open it up more and more and more and bring on more people on the board. But the transportation people are cursing because they usually take people to some other places that I saw them make them money. And those places are not on the list of places to visit right now. Now, people have to be patient. This is the first ship. And you can't expect the first ship to operate like the last ship a year ago when everything was okay. It can't just get back to normal just like that. So, when I ask people to exercise some patience, it's just take the positive that ship is coming back and eventually everybody will start eat again. But it's better for the first ship come with limitation than no ship come at all. Because if the first ship come and everything operate right, Carnival is going to see us that Jamaica have something in place. We have this thing, although we have a crisis and the thing about, we are operating.
So you mentioned Carnival, right?
Yeah, it was Carnival, yeah.
Because when you mentioned Carnival, you triggered my memory.
Let me hear. I hope you're going to say something where me do want to mention.
So 27 people aboard a Carnival cruise line tested positive for COVID.
Yes.
And this happened in Belize.
And it was reported in Jamaica on TVJ News. I watched it live.
Yeah.
And they had to apologize the following day. And I said, and I told my wife, there's no way that TVJ should make a blunder like that. If you hear that 27 people got tested for COVID, where?
So TVJ said it was in Jamaica?
Yes.
These are the people you rely on to provide you with the news.
And you know what is the problem? Everybody wants to be the first and behaving like social media. Traditional media is not social media. You have to do your due diligence.
Yes.
You have to make the phone call. You have to get the confirmation. You can't hear rumors and run with it like social media.
And that's what separates you from social media, people. Come on. If me see it in the Gleaner or reputable outlet, then we know say I'm not true what we hear on social media.
Yeah, man. I sit down and watch the news. That's at 7 o'clock comes on up. I may watch anything, I watch 7 p.m. Change the station, news time.
Right.
And I watch it and say, Carnival first ship that come to Jamaica, however, 27 people on board were tested positive. Poach rate.
What's your race? Even name
yeah.
some.
Yes. And I said, what? And Karen said, all the 27 bellies and 27, what kind of coincidence that? Following day, 7 o'clock again.
Correction.
Yesterday, the 27 person was actually Belize and not in Jamaica. We apologize for the incorrect information. I must say, no TVJ. No TVJ. You shouldn't get that one wrong. It's too important.
Yeah.
You get it. Because the natural thing is to call Minister of Health, call the tourist board, we can confirm before we run it.
Yeah, before you run with it.
Sure thing. But, apartheid come to mind, so politics could be play a part of it, why they never confirm it. Because Jamaica, remember the RJ are part of the Gleaner company. Alright.
What that means? I don't know what that means. Tell me.
Huh?
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Remember, I don't live in Jamaica now. So I don't catch a reference.
The Gleaner RJ has shown that them anti-this government.
Oh, okay.
So it made me believe that it could be incompetence, but it could be deliberate. Just because you can apologize and not now.
Who owned Gleaner? A board or what?
Yeah.
Shareholders?
Yeah. It listed.
Who's the chairman? I guess who's the chairman then?
The two of them dead. The two man them were the chair of merged company. Both of them died now.
Oh, okay.
RJ died first. And then Gleaner died right there. Who was that? Stalwarts them. Yeah, them, media. But Gleaner the stronger one in terms of money.
Right. Gleaner took over. And Butch owns Observer, right? Is that how it is?
Yeah. Who say Butch again? Who say Butch again? But I say, what name? Adam.
Adam, son.
But, we can't afford, to play politics, and we can't afford silly mistake to create euphoria in the nation. We're confused enough. We're troubled enough. Some people stupid enough to believe anything, and some people are being misled enough for reputable people. I think we're along that road too.
Yeah.
Can't afford it, Right now, just can't afford no foolishness, because I have neighbor that works and with the crew on the ground, right? And creative to be creative to even get 3 days a week work. Cause that is the boy long too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You have to be creative, you have to be willing to do things we never usually do just to go get 3 days because the ship them stop sail. You understand me? Because
Yeah.
when the tourists come off the ship, he's responsible for crew and the tourists on the ground. Right?
What is he
So,
responsible?
but I know say he's responsible for the passenger safety,
Oh, okay.
health, and he's responsible to take them to the hospital, pay
Yeah.
them bill, medical bill, that through the insurance, and no say have them responsible. So if there's no ship coming,
Coming in. There's no job.
Some have to do other like, administrative thing and thing and be creative and outside and natural job description to get 3 days.
Yeah, for pay a mortgage.
So people have to understand the industry and the importance of how it affects people. Them have life too. And for somebody to make a mistake like that, could have the knee jerk the whole industry again into a full stop.
And it's already, the cruise industry is already very fragile
Fragile, but
with COVID.
yeah, because just the nature of a crew with people inside that thing for so long, you know, the environment by itself.
And we have heard horror stories.
In the early days.
Yeah,
Early last-
yeah.
Yep. People feel that them let them out dead. Them now come off a ship ever. You know. Some people now go up on a ship again, you know, based off a last year experience.
Listen, I have never been on a ship, but I can tell you, after what happened last year, COVID and all of that, I will not be going on a ship.
You know when my mother go up on the ship and come off? February last year.
Oh, last year, February. Oh.
Yeah. And when she booked, there was no COVID.
Right.
Just before, February roll around and January, the outbreak start knowing. So she go up on the ship knowing that this thing are fresh. I don't know where I go on.
Right, but not knowing that it would have reached, you know?
So she got the same restaurant every day. On our level. She don't know no other level, no other restaurant or other level.
Why?
Anyway she sleep at destination, yeah.
Why?
She don't want to explore. She don't know if COVID around the corner.
So so despite the fact that she took her cruise in February, COVID wasn't that.
No, it was out.
It was out.
It was out. And she don't know.
Because
So then they stay on
when she went on a cruise?
In February.
Yeah, but when? Early, late, mid?
More mid. Mid to late. I think I'm mid to late.
Okay. I can understand that because I went to Florida late February, fully aware of COVID, and started to worry and couldn't wait to get back home.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah.
So I can understand that, yeah.
One restaurant, when I come back, people say, you never go there? I ain't never go there, so. And so go where? We leave the room and go to, we not go no elevator and them sitting there. We not go nowhere.
You know, look at she on the ship then.
She not change. The only time she change floor, I want you to go up on the ship, I want you to come off the ship.
Come off the ship.
Once you reach on the level, the floor where she's supposed to dip on, she not leave the floor.
She not go nowhere else.
And she, her husband, the big brother Donovan, and Donovan were 4 of them, and them not leaving. Them just stay one level.
All 4 of them?
Yeah.
Holy damn. I can understand that then. That was the heights where you don't know, man.
Yeah, because they were worried if them should still go at that time.
Yeah.
So them go in a good faith and them just develop them own protocol.
Yeah, yeah.
And them do the tunnel in my yard, pan the ship.
Wow. How long was that cruise? A week?
4 or 5 days.
Oh,
I want to go a football in them board.
probably.
Yeah.
Wait. Cut down for Liverpool, Fort Lauderdale, right?
Yeah.
So she drive all the way down.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So overnight I'm out and then go on the ship.
Thanks. Okay.
I'll do it one day.
Oh.
Eh?
Oh, you? Yeah, yeah. Good for you. Not me.
I should have done it with them, but never plan. We never plan early enough.
No, I'm not on a boat thing. There's so much. Forget about COVID. I've heard so much stories with disease or the disease and legionnaire and not. Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, when this thing is all behind us, I can build memories for when I can't do nothing. Every night I hear it. You remember when we went on the carnival cruise? Oh, what a lovely time we had. And tomorrow again, you remember when we heard outside was a kill me?
We never talked about this already.
We remember so we talk about it.
Oh, so both of you have Alzheimer. Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah.
So, if not excited to happen in your life, you don't have nothing to talk about, brother. So you have to create excitement from now.
You're right, but we don't want to create it on the boat. I'll do it on land.
It's not a sea burst, you know, but we gotta take a chance. Because that ship, they can.
You know, so another sea, I'm afraid of. We don't have a problem with the sea, we just have a problem with the boat. But so much can go wrong. People complain this never stop work and then a bait for day. No. It can't work. Yeah. Me not have that in me. Anyway, Bridget.
We can't do the no bait for days.
What's that?
Can't do the no bait for days. Only.
No, me can't function. Me can't function.
So,
I absolutely cannot function.
so if I that are the best them after, we can't work with them.
No, I can't. I would lose my mind. What, dear? Without?
In a nutshell, you know, I would just want to remind the people that the first duty we have as a people is to wear a mask, wash our hands and sanitize as often as possible, and keep our distance. Avoid crowd. Avoid going out unnecessarily. It is better for us to stay alive and enjoy ourselves later than to force it now and deny ourselves the opportunity to enjoy ourselves later. That's my take. That's what I will do. For those who wish to vaccinate, please go out and vaccinate. For those who don't wish to vaccinate, just follow the protocol as best as you can. Protect yourself and protect others in doing so. What you say, Prof?
I concur, sir, and I'd like to add that everyone has free will. The same way you don't want to take the vaccine, and that is your right not to take the vaccine. The same way a person wants to take the vaccine, it is their right to want to take the vaccine. So please allow people to make their own choices without you trying to cow them down. Or if you see people wearing a mask and you choose not to wear a mask, don't try to, don't be aggressive. Hey, but yeah, eat that. Wear a mask, go. Oh, take us that man, blah, 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 blah. No. Because that does happen.
Yes, yeah.
You know?
Just appreciate every individual choice. As long as the choice is not harmful to you, you shouldn't have a problem with it. So somebody with a mask not harmful to you, so you shouldn't have a problem with it.
It does nothing to you or nothing for you. You know, so let's respect each other's choices. Choice.
And in my last word, let us observe the lockdown Sunday. On Tuesday coming up, we have another round of Sunday, Monday, Tuesday after that, and then a Sunday after that. Concludes 7 days. So we have a round of 3 and 1 day. And let us utilize it, you know, as best as we can. Who have to work from home. Who can use it to rest. But let us breathe, take it easy, and allow the days to pass and see if it makes some improvement. Hopefully it does, so that we don't have to repeat this another 7 days sometime down the future. If we don't participate now, we're going to have continuous lockdown in the future.
Yeah, if you don't follow, so even the country reopens, to avoid these lockdown, follow protocols. Simple as that.
Simple as that. And with that said, this concludes another episode of Teach and the Prof. You know, we try to be balanced. We try to just share our views. We're not forcing you. We'll never dare to do that. And understand me. Our thought and our perspective and our belief is our belief. You might concur, and hopefully you might learn something. You know, ultimately you might learn something from us. You know. So with that said, this is Teach, and that is.
All right, and don't forget to share, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Okay, and engage. All right, comment. Okay. All right, folks.
Good night.
Good night.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share our videos. And don't forget to comment.
And hit that notification bell.
This has been another episode of Teach and the Prof.